Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the back nine of the final round of the 2025 Creekside Open, presented by Discraft.
Presented by Discraft, indeed. Huge shout out to them. They've been hooking us up with some sweet discs for our custom stamps for the last few years. We've got a 4-stroke lead for Kai Kim coming into the back nine, which is a strong place for him to be. This is the most scoreable of the two nines, but it is just as filled with peril as the front. There is OB on, I think, 3 or 4 holes, at least on the back here. River comes into play more, so you got to be shooting straight and knocking in birdies, because 4 strokes might feel like a lot now, but there are holes where 4-stroke swings are possible. So Gabe chasing him. He's a stud. He's a creaky local. Got to feel a little bit of weight on Kai here as he comes into the back nine to perform and to finish, because it's tough to finish any tournament, and this tournament is no exception.
Yeah, David on, not too far behind either. Caleb Caplin falling off a little bit, kind of a slow front nine, but back nine's a completely different style of golf in my opinion. A lot more open shots, a lot more distance. Got to be a lot more touchy at that 3 to 350 foot shot.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the front nine, he didn't have a bad nine. He just had a couple putts come up short. As we move on to hole 10 here, we've got a very straight par 3. But if you are a Creekside local, what you will not be ready for is that this is an island hole. So I paced it out to about 14 paces. I think probably circle 1.5. There is a ring of flags that you have to make, which takes what is normally a pretty stock 283 foot par 3 and gives it a little bit of teeth. There was a lot of birdies on this hole, but it's still one that you just have to get up and down and make the island. Davey's got a really nice looking shot here. This is all you need to do. And
it doesn't beat the tree, but it gets a very favorable roll.
We love it.
Very favorable. Get around that tree. He's parked. Get in front of it. Parked. Good shot. A little unlucky. A little further putt than he would have liked. High.
If he bounces back, though, that tree is maybe 3 feet in front of those OB lines. So you can easily bounce back and be in the hazard there.
All right, ripping his forehand.
Yeah, going just a little bit long.
Checks up.
Sits down right before the hazard there.
Edge of circle. The way he's been putting today should be, hopefully, a nice, easy 25-footer for him, which he's been knocking down all day.
Mr. Gabe Kenney, the guy who throws right-handed, putts left-handed. I'm going to say it every nine because I think it's so interesting.
Put some hyzer on that. It's coming in a little bit high, but definitely settles down as well.
Checks up.
Yeah, that's a good shot. I feel like this shot can be a stock shot, but adding that hazard, like you did, Ben, definitely makes you think twice.
Yeah, every year do a couple things different, and one of those things is that Creaky really does and can feel birdie or die if you're not putting in Mandos, if you're not putting in anything special, and so we don't want to go crazy on what we're doing in terms of making this course into something that it isn't, but this is a hole that you want to and really need to get close on, and so it punishes shots that don't.
Caleb, great shot, goes around the tree, checks up probably 15 feet from the basket there.
Just aced a 299-foot hole.
And then shout out Austin Lott acing hole 11 here at Creekside, final round.
Indeed, I was on his card for that. He hit that with a negative discs. Oh man, I can't remember the name. I think it was a ritual, a negative discs ritual on just an absolutely nasty line. Fun to watch. I love being on cards for aces in second rounds. It seems to be, I'm the big germ of it locally.
Yeah, no, it was super cool to watch. We were all, as Gabe leaves that just a touch low. We were all walking to hole 10 to go putt out, letting hole 11 tee off before we go putt, kind of off to the side of them. And when that went in, not only your card, Ben, but lead card also just exploded as Kai drains that putt.
Yeah, he's got a hot little streak going here. And if he keeps putting like that, it's going to be really tough to catch him, especially as his chase mate Gabe Kenney is going to lose a stroke to him here, going 5 down with 7 left to play.
This was the fourth easiest hole on the course today with a 58% birdie rate, 24% par rate, 18% bogey rate, so no doubles on this. As we see Caleb tapping in his birdie after a great shot.
Yeah, it did play as a hazard island, as you're also going to see on hole 13 up in a few holes. It's tricky to do a actual island for a lot of these, just because of the way the PDJ regs work, and so we choose to do hazard island. So anything, worse than a par shouldn't be really worse than a bogey on that hole. Moving on to hole 11, I am in love with this hole. It's one of my favorite holes on the entire course. It is a tricky line in no matter what position it is in. The basket for today is tucked back here behind some trees. It is approachable from the left. It is approachable from the right. You just want something that's the right distance. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to be too short. So distance control is really the key here.
Yeah, this is a famous Gorgon Ace hole.
Indeed.
Very famous. If you don't know that story, go check out our Instagram. It's pinned up there. Davey, up first, little high. Doesn't have the stability to get down in time. Yeah, looks just fine. That tree does come into play a little bit on the putt, but
looks like he was left enough of it. Should be a circle one putt.
High option for the forehand here.
Yeah, this is kind of the line for the lefty. Leave it out wide. Let it finish hard. Get a skip in. Give yourself a putt, not behind any trees or anything like that.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Sure does.
Little long, but I mean, that's 10 feet. That's a great shot.
When your shots are dialed on this course, like Kai's got them right now, it feels awesome. It's if you can throw your distances right, if you've got your disc feeling comfortable, Creekside, you can shred it. And Kai is on an absolute heater right now and is not looking to slow down or give anybody a chance of catching him going into the final stretch.
Caleb going for this forehand line. Yeah, not a line we see too often.
I think the card thought it skipped behind that tree. He was going for the ace, but came in just in front of it.
Yeah. He'll have similar putt to Davey. That tree a little obstructed, but he should have gotten far enough right that the putt shouldn't be too obstructed. Gabe Kenney. Lining up his backhand.
Nice shot, Gabe. Great shot.
That's going dead straight.
Good checkup. That's where distance control can get a little sneaky on this hole. If that had gotten any sort of flare skip, it was pumping 30 long. But it does check up, gives him probably a circle edge, a circle look.
Yeah, he caught a rock there that stopped his disc almost dead in its tracks.
Davey for his birdie.
A rare miss from him. He's been on it all weekend with his putt.
Davey, you got my head. I'm joking, not really.
High also not taking his time, little early out of the hand, right side. Gabe with an identical putt in distance. Can he get one back?
It should be noted, too, that Gabe switched from, I think it was Adams, to Rico's like a week before AM weekend and hasn't looked back. He's been putting phenomenally.
Yeah.
Adams are still a better putter. I don't care what happens.
Oh, well, here's the problem. We have an Adam putter, we have a Rico putter, we have a Luna putter on the voiceover right now. And
I don't think anybody puts with Lunas. You're just the odd man out.
okay, well.
Caleb looking to get 2 in a row here.
Bang.
Yeah, taking his time on that. Definitely not making the mistake that Davey and Kai have made.
Oh, no. That is brutal.
Yeah,
These baskets are awesome. They're better than what we used to have, but there's some weird spit outs that happen here, and Davey is just the victim of one of those. All right, we are on to hole 12. The Mandos that you see to the left there are not in play for this position. It is a tricky gap hit off the tee. You really just want to miss these trees that the drone is flying through right now. If you get past those, it's a nice straight kind of turnover backhand. We're forcing a forehand out around the left side to a protected green. Again, this is a green that you don't want to be too far away from. If you're left, right, long, short, outside of circle one, it can be a tricky putt. As Caleb takes the box with his 2 birdies in a row, the only on this card for the back 9, and tries to line up a forehand, which is really a strength of his.
Yeah, if you have the forehand, this hole and that gap is very wide open for the forehand. It gets you close every time,
almost went in.
and that's an ace run right there, folks.
Almost took out the cameraman as well. Came in about 2 feet over the basket.
Yeah. We'll see Gabe line up the forehand. I don't have a big enough forehand. I threw it in of a fox on this last 2 rounds that I've played, and I've parked it, and I've gone 80 long. So, Gabe, with his forehand,
Nice shot, Gabe.
jawbreaker, flex, raptor.
That looks low enough.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I do remember hearing that. I forgot about that. That's about 2 inches from being an ace.
He didn't
Yeah,
even...
we slowed it down. The disc came in on the perfect angle right in between the bars that it could have stuck in the cage.
Wow.
Just too stiff of a disc. As Kai goes for that left line with his lefty backhand. Little short, but
Just outside circle, maybe.
yeah,
Thanks, Alex.
not a bad shot
Thanks, Katie.
by any means.
I think he was trying not to get caught up in, if you go too long, you get behind a few trees and it makes it really hard to make that putt. He just kind of wanted to give himself an open look and not make any unnecessary mistakes.
Yeah, at this point he's playing tournament golf and just trying to fend off the guys who are chasing him, and stock safe plays are kind of the name of the game when you're in that position. As Davey throws a great shot, little left, kind of leaked at the end, but we'll give him a putt.
Yeah, another thing to note on Gabe's shot is he didn't know it hit the basket until 3 holes later when we told him when there was a slight backup on the course. As Kai
Stripes it.
gets his putt back, wanted that one after the missed putt on 11. Davey, for his birdie, kind of keep him in the fight here.
Nice putt from Davey. It's a good bounce back after what can be a jittery miss for his par putt on the last hole with that spit out. It's good to see him make that one.
Caleb's not quite too deep in there, but those leaves hanging off that branch do get in your way. If you're 2 feet further behind Caleb, need to go to a knee, straddle out in between them.
Yeah, as we see Gabe here, basically a tap in for our second star frame of the round.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-bo.
No, we decided during the first round that our voice is now going to be Kai just yelling, ow, 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 ow.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, moving on here. We are on to hole 13. This plays back towards the river. If you go deep of the far tree line, water does come into play.
It's actually in the short pin here.
It is, and it was an island position as well. So
Yep.
right where the drone is flying right now is where the basket is with an island surrounding it. The island was probably, again, just edge of circle 1, just a little deep of circle 1, putting some teeth into a hole that is otherwise pretty stock. As Caleb lines up his shot, looking to go 4 through 4 on the back 9 here. And I don't know if that tree is over the inbounds or not.
It is not.
It
Came down, or it didn't come down. It stayed short and in that tree, unfortunately.
So we'll be putting for a 3 from there, as this also plays as a hazard island on hole 13.
I like the hazard island. It definitely puts more teeth in the hole. As Gabe, this looks good, but it's got to drop pretty fast to stay in bounds. And right on the edge.
It is just outside, unfortunately.
Just outside. So Gabe will be putting back for par. That kind of takes a bite out. Kai's 4 strokes ahead, and this is the time to birdie out if you're Gabe.
Yeah, Kai just needs to put it here on the island.
That's beautiful. Checks up inside the island's generous on the left side, so that's a smart play from him. Gives him a putt for birdie, which is all he's looking for, as most of those have been going in for him today.
Still begging for a call.
Yeah. Can't give you a call, Kai. That's
It's a card decision.
card decision. We are just here to film and have fun and laugh at you when you miss a 10-foot putt. Davey, on the other hand,
Looks like he's going proxy here, maybe? Couldn't tell.
I think that's one of his proxies. He loves throwing those. Yeah, it's a silver proxy, I'm pretty sure.
That's perfect. Best shot of the group.
Yeah, absolutely parks it over there. Great shot for him. And with his putt, I think hole 11 was kind of a fluke for him.
Yeah, his putt's been on, and Caleb was looking to save his par, and it just skitters left off the top of the basket, and that'll be a tap and bogey. Gabe also looking to save par.
Yeah, this is a long look. I mean, just outside the circle there, still feels like forever trying to make your par. Great strong putt out of him.
Very.
Yeah, it's a good putt out of Gabe. That can be a scary putt because you know it's just for par, but if you miss it, you're taking a bogey and you're losing 2 strokes on Kai instead of just 1. Now 5 back. Kai's starting to run away from this lead card.
Yeah, he makes those 25 footers look pretty darn close. Steps up, knocks him down. His putting stroke is dialed. His game's looking dialed, and he's got 5 up with 5 to go. That's a great place to be in a tournament that typically comes down to the last few holes.
Yeah. And as a reminder to the folks, and if you didn't watch the front 9, Caleb Caplin is playing with some sort of stomach issue. Said he got food poisoning or some bug the night before. Decided to show up and play and just try and finish out this round best he could. I know in hole 16 he was asking for Tums from someone. Luckily, someone actually had Tums. So shout out Mandy Chamberlain for giving Caleb Tums before
Mando, the assistant TD of this event, and an absolute gem and treasure as we get here to hole number 14. This is in a position from the long pad, but it is playing as a par 3. It is probably my favorite position for this hole. It is tucked deep and left. The basket that you're seeing here is not the basket we're playing to. It's actually a little deeper left in that alcove where you see the mulch back there alongside the river, and is a really good bonus to a tough 3 with Obi running all the way down the left side of this whole fairway, all the way down to the basket.
Yeah, this is the second most difficult hole we play here at Creekside today. As Kai looking for a skip.
And that's a great reaction. If you get...
Keeps him out of the trees.
Absolutely, yeah. You push deep, you're scrambling to save your par. If you've got to look at the basket, you're happy. I think I bogeyed this hole because I was sawed off early or hit a tree or did something bad.
I can tell you right now, Ben. Do you want to know?
I'm pretty sure I bogeyed
You
it.
did bogey this hole.
Yeah, I think this was my only bogey on this round.
Davey.
Even that out wide as well.
Yep, that's the shot. You want something that is moving left pretty aggressively as it's finishing. It's going to give you a chance at least to make the birdie putt. Feel a little less tenuous as that basket, as you can see there from that shot, is right along the creek side.
Yeah, you almost want to play this a lot straighter as well, because the more you dump out left, the more that OB comes into play, and the trees back there kind of block you off too.
Yeah, ideally if you miss this Mando right that you can see there, kind of left center frame, the OB shouldn't be too punishing. It is in play, but there are some guardian trees there. The miss that you don't want to have on this hole is pushing too far right into those trees and just being absolutely in jail, because it just, you're pitching out essentially, just trying to get up and down at that point for your bogey.
Yeah. As we see Gabe throw a good shot, not great.
Looked like it caught something early right.
Yeah. See Caleb up next. Had a good start to his back 9.
Ooh, saws it off, but...
Early left side, it does beat the Mandos.
And that's all right.
And dumps out left into the trees there on the left side.
Yeah, you can get up and down from there.
Yeah.
Gabe, this is a spot where you can get up and down, and saving par from here you're happy with. You just want to get within 10 feet. He's opting for this Berg forehand, kind of been dialed with it all day.
That's got to sit. I do believe it got caught up in those little bushes just behind the basket there.
Yeah.
Stayed dry by maybe an inch.
Yeah, he is safe. Is tough. Kai.
Smart play. He's playing golf at this point. Knows he's got 5 with 4 to go after this. He just saw Gabe's upshot. You know, at best, Gabe's getting par here. At worst, bogey. And Kai's opting to just play good golf and walk it into the home stretch here.
Caleb kind of in jail, finds an out. Gets the putt through. Davey, we see the best look at the basket. Definitely a death putt here.
But I don't think I've ever seen Davey not run a putt, which is probably what's got him to this position. He's a very confident putter, and that was a great bid, even though it came up just a touch short.
That was I think the softest I've ever seen Davey.
You have been hurt, brother.
For sure. He knows there's water about 5 feet behind that basket. As we see Gabe, like we said, in the bushes, just trying to get a look from, I mean, he's maybe 8 feet from the basket. Just trying to get a look at the basket without the bushes in his way. Tap in his par, move on, try and birdie out to at least get close to Kai.
Yeah, we do still have an eagle attempt left to play out through this back nine, so
Hole 18.
there's lots of strokes that could be made up here. Hole 15 is the nemesis hole for a lot of people with the water coming up.
Caleb tapping in his par. All 4 of these guys getting par, which is gaining strokes on the field. It is a hole that averaged 3.1. As we move on to the daunting, but let's call it the signature hole here at Creekside, hole 15. It goes right over Big Cottonwood Creek. This is the line to get there. There is a left side line for a really fast, hard right-handed forehand or left-handed backhand, but the cleanest approach to the green is going straight at it. What you don't want to do is hit a tree. Hitting a tree on this hole right over the bank almost always results in going into the water, and Kai
That's fine.
Just safe.
super safe, which is smart. I mean, that's what he wants to be here. Just have a look at the basket. Don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. And he's done that.
The last couple tournaments Kai's played, hole 15, has been the start of his end, essentially.
Yeah, last year Creekside Open, we saw Cameron Messerschmidt. This is where Cameron took the lead and held on to it. We saw at Utah State's, he struggled on this hole. Salt Lake Open, I believe he also struggled on this hole. So the fact that he is inbounds is a big up for Kai right now.
Yeah, whenever I'm not feeling it on this hole, I do exactly what Kai did, which is force something that is just going to be safe, make a bid for my birdie, and walk away. Gabe's probably going with his mind bender here.
Yeah, leaves it nice and wide out over the river there. Goes a little long. You see it come in just past the basket, but stays pretty close. Gives him a nice look at the basket without having the depth of the water behind you.
Yeah, that's a scary play because if you do hit safe, you do go to where you are safe, and let's say you hit safe and you roll out of bounds, you do play from where you were last inbound. So if you don't never cross, it's basically a re-tee. I think 99% of people would re-tee, and then you're just playing like Kai did, super safe. Caleb flirting with the OB a little low, but he'll take that.
Try and take out the cameraman.
That's a great shot. I mean, that's really what you want to do, is just get down short of the basket, just get her something up there, and have it tap in. Kai's got a little bit of an obstructed putt, but he is not missing today.
No, that's an incredible putt from where he's at there. Especially being that many strokes ahead, I feel like I would just try to lay that up.
Yeah. Gabe trying to find his footing. There is that one tree in his way to the basket. Finally found some good footing. Let's see if he can make this birdie. At least feel like he's putting pressure on Kai, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs it to keep up and keep his second place right now. Davey's chasing right behind him.
Yeah, it's a tough place to be mentally when you've got someone like Kai who's shooting really lights out and putting a lot of pressure on you just to keep up. It's not, can I win the tournament necessarily at this point, but it's, it's can I hold on a second? Can I put together a good, clean round? So that's a nice 2 from him as Caleb looks to knock in his birdie. And is that our third star frame?
Star frame.
Yeah.
As long as Davey makes his putt, which, I mean, he's 4 feet. He should.
We saw these basket bite a little earlier, but not on hole 15 as we get 1, 2, 3, 4 birdies.
Hole 15, that's a crazy star frame from these guys.
It is, yeah, it's a toughie. As we come into hole 16, it is a dogleg left to right. There is a hazard island in play. It is about at circle's edge to a basket sitting with OB behind it, which is the road. This is, for Kai, a pretty stock backhand hyzer shot. He just wants to play something that's going to skip a little early, push up, avoiding those trees, and just get onto the island and call it a day, and that's a great shot.
Yeah, we saw him miss it in round 2, kind of beat himself up over it, but he is safe. He's asking for the signal again, finally gets one from John Ward, who had to take over camera duties for Dave at this point. If you haven't already, make sure to go check out the Secret Pizza Club on Instagram. They are amazing, and if you get one, good luck. Let me know. I will pay double the amount of money. Davey,
Nice forehand. Checks up. Inbounds. We're happy with that.
yeah. Definitely a little more scary putt than what Kai has. Kind of uphill with death behind it if you go over the basket.
Yeah. Gabe also going with the forehand here.
Yes, Dave.
Forehand been looking really good all day.
Gets under those trees beautifully.
And you hear Kai right there rooting for Gabe to throw a good shot. That's honestly when Kai's playing his best golf. He's confident. He pretty much knows he's got it in the bag at this point. He's rooting for his card mates. And it's good to see that this late in a really pressure-filled round.
Caleb, forehand guy himself, in my opinion.
Keeps it
little
low.
inside, but he
Gets
parks
sneaky through those trees there.
it. He parks it.
Yep.
Good shot by Caleb. These guys will all be having good, close looks at birdies. Like Ben's been saying, this is a birdie or die course most of the time. This is one hole we don't get to see a lot because the sleeve is out and it's really only a tournament position. If you ever get the chance to play this hole in a tournament, come back, watch this, see how these guys do it. Davey called that one from the second it left his hand.
I love it.
Yeah.
Putting the finger up. He's putting with confidence. He's feeling good. He's smashing Creekside right now. You love to see it.
Smashing Creekside. Besides that one unfortunate spit out on hole 11, he has put together a great round today.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, he's one behind Gabe. I'm assuming Gabe's going to make this to put it back to 2, but he's putting together an awesome round. Looking to guarantee himself a podium spot and maybe even take second with 2 to go.
2 to go. Kai will tap in his birdie as we see Dylan Lloyd run by in the background.
Indeed.
Good guy, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan Lloyd's girlfriend and I ran into each other at an airport in Texas. I think last fall on our way home from somewhere. I don't know. It was cool.
And that is now our 3rd star frame of the round.
Look at us go. We are moving on to hole 17. These last, I think, 4 or 5 holes all have OB that comes into play. Hole 17 is no exception. The OB is a concrete strip that is to the right side. You do have to stay left of this Mando arrow. Ideally, it doesn't come into play, but the OB to the right definitely does come into play, and there is OB left on this hole as well, which is the river, and then also a flagged line that demarcates the OB left on hole 14. The green here is tricky to approach. It takes a really good shot to get in here. It's not the farthest hole. It's like just a touch over 400 feet, but you have to keep something low, pushing, straight. This is a hole that feels good to park, tough to park. A hard birdie here as Kai lines up his forehand.
This is one of my favorite holes on this course. I think hole 10, 11, and 17. Just because the distance and it can be a tunnel shot. This kind of got to get down, but Kyle will have a mid C2 look from behind that tree.
And another smart play. He's avoiding the OB. He's playing good golf, giving himself a putt, and he's been making those putts.
Yeah. Davey shooting a hot back 9. Besides the bogey, he's chasing that second place 2 behind Gabe Kenney right now.
Goes to the hyzer flip line.
Yeah, this looks
Good
good.
shot. Finishes a little early, but is probably just about edge of circle left.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he's in front of that bush and past that tree, you do have a look at the basket.
I feel like that's kind of the, I don't want to say bailout line, but we see a lot of the righty backhand end up in that same spot.
For sure.
It's a hard green to actually get to. If you want to be inside C1 with, what we would most consider an easy putt, it takes a shot. It kind of looks like the one Gabe just put together where you're pushing down the right side of the fairway before you finish left, and that's how you draw it up.
Yeah, he gets a little lucky pushing through that tree there, but doesn't force it too much.
No, that's the kind of shot you have to have if you want to be, inside of the bullseye here. Is Caleb lines up a forehand on this hole.
Yeah, this is kind of wild.
I mean, he's got such a good forehand from touch to power that I think that's just what he feels more confident with. Like we said, the front nine, his backhand has been a work in progress and a lot better than last time him and Kai were on the same card, but that is...
Ooh, that's a beauty.
Yeah.
A little long, kind of an obstructed putt from in those bushes, but he should have a look at the birdie.
Yeah, that's Creekside going from an ace run to an obstructed circle putt, trying to save your, trying to make your birdie and save your par. Kai lining this up.
Yeah, Kai.
That's insane. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down through 8 holes. He's got a comfortable lead going into hole 18, and it's going to be good to watch him take it down, barring anything absolutely insane happening on the last hole.
Davey just a little low and right. This is what, second miss of the day?
Yeah.
I feel like, besides the unfortunate spit out that hit Ban before, he's been putting really well, and
that's a great two. That's an obstructed putt. You've got to beat a few branches to make that, and that's a good two for Caleb.
Now Davey's just fighting to stay in third.
Nice job knocking in his par. Gabe will have a tap-in birdie here going into hole 18.
Yeah, I feel like Gabe's kind of done everything he can, too, leading up to try to catch
totally.
up. And
He's 5 down. At this point, Davey is 4 down because of that bogey. Caleb is, I think, 5 down at this point, even with the bogey. But going into hole 18, this is a beast of a hole. There is a OB strip that is about 280 feet down the fairway, starting right here at these blue flags. Everything beyond that plays as OB River until you get to about 385 or so.
Right here.
And that is where you have made it across, and the basket is protected, tough to get to. It's a big carry. The play here is either to lay up, go over, get a birdie, or go for it for your eagle chance, but it brings the risk of landing OB into play. 2 days before this, I saw Kai ace this darn thing with a leopard 3. We'll see what he draws up here on hole 18. Looks like he's going for it.
In Am weekend, we played the same hole, and there was only 4 eagles on this hole for all of Am weekend.
Look at this run.
Imagine ending your winning tournament with an albatross.
Yes. That'd be an eagle. Oh, if he made it, you mean
if he made it.
Yes.
made
Yeah, he could do it. He was running it. I mean, and that's clutch. He didn't hold back. He didn't lay up. He didn't walk it in. He went for it, continuing to do what had got him all the way here to hole 18, final round, which was going aggressive, playing hard, trying to birdie everything, and he'll have an easy look for an eagle to finish out the Creekside Open.
he also had a few strokes to play with there, being 5 ahead of Gabe here, who absolutely rips a bullet.
This looks great.
And that skips just in front of the basket. Heiser's out to the left there a little bit.
Yeah, Gabe, great shot. Caleb, looking more of the layup play with his forehand, and that's what it's going to be from Caleb.
Yeah, this hole played, I think, exactly to par on the weekend, which is crazy because normally we just play this as a par 3, but when you bring that OB into play, it gets a little spicy, as Davey also throws the checkup shot, opting to make his birdie and walk away with the podium finish. Smart play on his part.
Yeah, we did see as a par 4, it did shoot 3.66, so as a par 3, it would have been above par, but as a par 4 with the OB island, you do have to make a decision here.
Caleb just lining up that forehand that he's been throwing amazing all day. Right at the basket. And then scoots up to about 10 feet there. Should be an easy birdie for him all day.
Yeah, great up by Caleb. Davey trying to replicate. Very similar shot, often with the forehand, just to get a birdie. Even though this is 424 feet, if you don't have the angle control off the tee, you can get in jail real quick. Davey looking to get this close.
Smart play, just throwing it high up into those trees, letting it sit down.
Dude, I landed in the same spot again. The last 2 rounds.
These guys walk up. Davey should be able to tap in a birdie here for him. Hoping to finish his round out strong.
Second spitter of the day, but he had strokes to work with. And he'll still stay in third place, tied for, just with the solo third podium finish. You love to see it. It's awesome play from Davey all weekend.
Caleb also hoping to tap in his birdie here.
Knocks it down really strong. Back 9, had 7 birdies on the back 9. 23 down for the tournament.
Gabe
For his eagle.
playing for his rating. You know he has second. Takes the eagle. It's a great eagle. Kai letting Davey tapping in his par. We'll see Kai Kim take down.
Super hot round. That was a 1050 rated round. You just got to see.
Winning a tournament. Shooting $1 million down. Guy Kim.
And it was my pleasure to walk this out to Kai. Kai's
Shout
been
out to Ben
shredding.
for running these tournaments like the past 2 months. He's done nothing but amazing things for this community. Shout out to everybody at Creekside, all the locals who are out here every day working on it. It's amazing. It looks in great shape. And then shout out to my sponsors, Another Round, Griffin Disc Golf, and Innova Discs. So. Woo!
It was awesome to see Kai take this down. He's been growing, getting better. He's young, full of potential. I mean, 1075, 1050 in 3 rounds. That's impressive stuff. He recently joined Team Innova this year, a well-deserved sponsorship. He's been crushing it, throwing the disc real far, real good, putting well. Great to see. I'm sure we'll see him back here again next year.
Thank you guys so much for watching round 3 coverage of the 2025 Creekside Open as we see our final leaderboards. Kai Kim taking it down at 34 under, a final round of 13 under. Gabe Kenney shooting 11 under, 29 under. David On securing his podium with a 9 under final round, 24 under to finish us off.
Yeah, and those top 3 guys right there, Kai, Gabe, and Davey, were really the only 3 players all weekend that put together 3 stellar rounds. Creekside will test you, and you got to put together 3 to finish in the top 3.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, go check out Another Round Salt Lake on YouTube, or if you're watching on Another Round, go check out Bad Throws, Good Bros here, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.